On today's episode of Astro Chat series, we are going to be talking about Mercury. Now, Mercury is one of my favorite placements because I feel like it affects you more day to day than some of the other placements. So, Mercury is going to be your communication, your speaking, your talking, your presenting, what I'm doing right now. That's probably why I feel so confident to get on here and give you guys this information. Mercury is very logical, very educated. Think of ChatGPT, that's Mercury energy. In zodiacs, Mercury is going to rule the Virgo placements and the Gemini placements in your chart or just in general. So that's why a lot of times Virgo and Geminis can tend to seem a little bit detached or right there with Aquarius with that alien energy, because they're kind of like a computer, or they kind of process things in a very logical sense. Okay, so wherever your Mercury is, apply that. So if you have a Gemini Mercury, you're going to be probably a fucking genius. You're going to be able to be really good at math. You're probably going to be really funny, really witty, things like that. If you have a Virgo in Mercury, same thing, right? Now, I would say, like, if you have a Cancer or a water sign placement in Mercury, it might be a little bit harder for you to communicate your feelings. It might be a little bit harder for you to understand why people do things that they do if it doesn't come from like a nurturing, loving, and deep transformational placement or place or whatever. I would say like a fire sign Mercury would make you a little bit impulsive with your speech. Maybe you say things you don't mean, or you kind of get yourself into agreeing to things that maybe you didn't want to agree to initially. Let's see, what else can we know about Mercury? Mercury retrograde, right? What is that talking about? So that's the Mercury rules technology as well. So Mercury can talk about like how you're going to utilize technology. If you have an earth sign in Mercury, you might be a little bit slower to understand things that aren't so concrete. Bigger picture ideas may not be as appealing to an earth sign Mercury, especially like a Capricorn. A Capricorn Mercury is probably going to be somebody who's like really stuck in their ways, who can kind of, same thing with Taurus, be a little bit stubborn about what they think, how they feel. And once they say what they feel, then, or once they make their mind up or they've made sense of a situation, that's just what it is. Mercury is going to, when it comes to relationship compatibility, Mercury is going to be really, really good because how you speak to each other is going to be pivotal with a lot of things. Okay, so if you have a air sign Mercury who's going to be a little bit blunt and rash and straightforward, same thing with fire. Air and fire sign Mercury may not mesh that well with a water sign Mercury, right? But an earth sign Mercury may be able to handle it. They just may not respond as quick as the air sign or the fire sign Mercury would want them to. So look at you and your partner's Mercury signs and see if you guys have some compatibility there, and that could help you guys understand how to communicate more, or help you yourself understand how to communicate more. Thank you so much.